Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight, we started prices higher, led by corn. We've taken those prices out, and actually soybeans and wheat are lower. Corn is just marginally higher. I think that overnight we saw some interesting news out of China where they're trying to control higher commodity prices, and the central bank is asking lenders to reduce spending and offering as far as growth is concerned, and that may have weighed on commodity prices. We also saw the Fed chairman talk about an inflection point for the U.S. economy, where the economy should grow, unemployment should drop, but he is concerned about the spread of the virus globally, slowing global economy. And there's been some headlines out that inflation may offer some risk to the upside in equity markets. So we're just waiting to see what happens as far as demand for raw materials. Last week, all the commodity indexes were a little bit soft, and they continue to be in a trading range. And many people thought by the end of April or early May that we would break out on the upside of commodity prices as demand for raw materials increased. As far as the grain markets are concerned, on Friday, the USDA kept the soybean carryout unchanged at 120 million bushels. They did raise the Brazil crop. They raised U.S. exports but lowered the crush, and many people feel that the crush is going to be higher and exports are going to be higher. And there's anywhere from guesses of 20 to 100 million bushel U.S. carryout this year versus the USDA's 120. And then when we look ahead and add acres, some kind of trend yield and demand, the 21-22 bean carryout is below 100 million bushels. In the corn, they did lower the carryout, but not as much as people had thought. Many people think the carryout's closer to 1.1 billion than 1.35, and that next year, if we plug in acres, trend yield, and demand, actually the carryout is even lower, maybe at 800 million bushels. So all those things suggest tighter supplies and eventually new contract highs in the corn in the coming weeks. The wheat market was interesting. USDA raised U.S. wheat stocks, mostly hard red winter wheat. We'll see what the crop ratings say today after some of the dryness. There is still concern about dryness in the northern plains, dryness in Western Europe, and we'll see what the Black Sea weather is like. But Russian export policy is key to wheat, and many people think that wheat is near a seasonal bottom and that wheat prices might turn higher. We also note that the USDA dropped wheat feeding, but in many cases in hard red winter wheat areas, wheat is being fed at higher numbers than that, and probably will continue. From a weather standpoint, U.S. 6 to 10 day is cold and dry. We'll see if that helps or hinders corn planting. And we've got South America. Brazil might get some rains, while Argentina maps are different with one wet, one dry. And the northern plains continues to be dry for the next couple of weeks. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. Remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.